We're here in Seattle. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Reynaldo Lopez. What's the word on him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
And there's a foul ball. The shortstop takes the ball.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. That one's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
Runner at first with no outs here. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
This is Corbin Carroll, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Turner runs. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close. And a pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. Let's take a look at our lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. This one in the dirt. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring. Yeah, his swing is so good, it's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Just missed. Next offering way upstairs.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position and a hitter's count.
And fires in a fastball at 95.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
Way out front for strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. In comes the first run of the game as the White Sox take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 2 outs, runner on first. So here's Horner now. Hard hit, right side. Throw on to Santana. And that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park. And pitching in this game, Sonny Gray. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Jose Altuve in the box now. Takes strike 1. Hard ground ball, base knock. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now the right fielder, Michael Harris II. Now this is in the air down the line. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't.
Altuve runs. Swing and a miss. Throw. Tag. Out. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nobody left for Seattle. They're down 1-0. Top of the second. Here's the veteran outfielder, Christian Yelich. Lopez back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
0-1 now. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
But take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Lopez, he's become known as a guy that's really tough to take deep. And that is especially valuable today, Chris, when the ball's going out of the ballpark so much. Headed towards the corner. Harris hauls it in, 2 away.
It's very important. It's all about run prevention, right? So when you have that, it's a plus. But if you are going to give up the long ball, you want the bases to be empty. And that's where control and command really comes into play for a guy like this.
Spencer Torkelson in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a miss. As he was out front that time. Next pitch is downstairs. Foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one's back. That'll make it out of here. That one felt good, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's Kike Hernandez. And that one fouled off. Two outs. He swings and fouls one off.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
2 down, nobody on. And downstairs. Got him swinging. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back in Seattle, we head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in is the speedy Jarren Duran. Climb the ladder with that fastball. That's strike one. Base hit center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's William Contreras. There's the strike at the knees.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And that's way high. And the count is 1-1. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
2-1.
Runner holds. Count goes to 2-1. Next offering is in for a strike.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
And now a flare into left. Down the line, and it's foul. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. And it one-hops the wall. The run scores all the way from first. And it's a one-run game. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Muncy digs in. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
Runner at second, nobody out. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Fastball for a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
That just misses, and the count is 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him.
Got him looking. And now one away.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And there's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Contreras, the runner at second with one away. And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw into third now.
He's out.
So runners at the corners and one out. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. And now for Seattle, Brenton Doyle.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Swing and a ground ball. There's Hernandez handling the chance.
He's out.
In plenty of time to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. RBI double for the M's. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. First
1-0.
pitch, not close. And that's outside. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Lopez fires. Shortened the bunt and missed it. 2-2 now. Goes down looking.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. That one down the line. Fires across the diamond. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Up next for the White Sox, the center fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Here's the center fielder, Corbin Carroll. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And that one missing low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
2 out, space is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Harris makes the catch, and that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for the Mariners, Carlos Correa. It's amazing we get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
First sign of movement in the White Sox bullpen. Gus Varland getting loose out there. Shota also getting ready.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Looking to get the tying run on base. In the air, left field, down the line. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Jose Altuve up to him here. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. And that's whipped for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
That's back-to-back singles for him. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Sonny Gray will depart. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment. Shota Imanaga into the game.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
One down. And up next for Seattle, Michael Harris II. Fly to left his first time. And that's way high. And that's ball one.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead.
No, that's a ball.
And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Fastball is outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And ball four to a board.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Big at bat for Brent Rooker now. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. That misses. Ball one. So the tying run at second. Ground ball right side. And that's just foul. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. On the ground. And it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score and then tie it. Cut off, throw to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Jarren Duran steps to the dish in a big spot. Golden opportunity right here. And that's off the inside edge. Ball one. Right through there for a strike. Next one off the plate inside. And that's ball two.
One strike.
That one in there across the letters. Harris at third. Rooker at second with one away. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
High leverage spot, and William Contreras digging in. Doubled in his first AB. That's ripped into the outfield. And Acuna able to make the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. RBI double for the M's. 2-2 game. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Ryan Helsley.
Now pitching for the Mariners, number 56, Ryan.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. RBI single his last time up. There's the strike. action in the bullpen for Seattle. Emmanuel Clase up and loosening in the pen. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. He's 0 for 1. Bunting for a hit. Grabs it barehanded. The throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Perhaps he rushed just a little bit, didn't set the angle as the infield was back right there, and that's pretty much a gimme for a bunt base hit. Just didn't quite put it where he wanted to right there.
Here's Yelich at the dish. His first at bat was a strikeout. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Helsley, 30 years old now, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2015. And now 2-0.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Next offering is in for a strike. To the right side. And it gets by him.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here comes Real Muto. He's 0 for 1. And that drops in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
1-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Yelich goes. Pitch outside. Throw to second. He's safe.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That's
Ball
off
3.
the mark. And now 3-2.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
Spencer Torkelson would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Gus Varland. Here's Muncy to hit. Struck out looking at his first at bat. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Check swing, called strike. This to third. Ramirez sends it to first. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos.
So now a pinch hitter, Corey Seager. Big spot for him here.
Corey Seager.
Rips one to right. And Acuna able to make the grab. Out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And a foul ball.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
One laced to center and a base hit. And Carlos Correa with a chance to make an impact with 2 away. Man, Siggy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Now Correa up to hit. Right through there for a strike.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over. So get a little momentum as you turn it over.
Now the 0-1. And fouled off.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Runner on the go. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. The 2-run shot. It's 4-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Back to the top of the order now. Jose Altuve up next for the Mariners. And the first offering is not close. And that's in for a strike. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Pitch is in the dirt, and the count's even at 2. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that extends the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Michael Harris II. Line drive. Yelich makes the grab. And the inning is over. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now 4-2. You're dialed into the show. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Emmanuel Clase.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Donovan Solano getting loose there. He's now in the game at first. Spencer Torkelson steps to the plate for the White Sox. He's already homered in this game. And that's outside. Clase, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. So 2 balls and no strikes.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swinging a foul straight back. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. Here's Kike Hernandez. Struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And it's fouled away.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Got him looking. White Sox down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
White Sox down to their final out. And now the shortstop, Trey Turner. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball there. Clase is just 1 strike away. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And that'll do it.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings. Cole Reagans.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Okay, all set to go. Tommy Edman at the plate. That catches the zone for a strike, and away we go this afternoon.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. And a pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And that one is downstairs. 2-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
In the air, out towards left center. He makes the grab, one away. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Juan Soto stands in now, looks at that one inside. Inside, just missed.
2 balls, no strike.
And that drops in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
One down, base is empty. Just missed.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And now the count filled up 3-2. 1 out, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Matt Olson up to the plate. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He'll touch them all. It's 1-0.
He wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. First offering, and it just misses. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. Just missed. Two outs. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
So, man aboard, Eugenio Suarez up now for the Tigers, and that is in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. Solo shot for Detroit this inning. It's now 1-0. Back here at Rogers Center, getting the nod on the mound, Nathan Eovaldi.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Bottom of the first. And now for the Jays, Bobby Witt Jr. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
1 ball.
The shortstop takes the ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. This is Bryson Stott. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Eovaldi, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a slider. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That misses the zone, and the count is even 2-2. And that one hammered. Rodriguez drop step going back. Adios, pelota. That's worth the price of admission. It's 1-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And that's in there for strike one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Vladdy needs just one hit to reach 200 for the season. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Ground ball to the right side. And it goes just foul. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Trout. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
One ball, one strike.
Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's
3
down
balls,
and in.
1 strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Fought off foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
3-2. Payoff pitch. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Adios, pelota. He circles the bases. Second home run of the inning for him. And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 2-1.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. In a 3-2 count, you've got to be ready to hit at the plate, even if it's a borderline pitch. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Got to be ready to pull the trigger. He had a great swing on that. He got rewarded for it.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. That one finds the corner, and that is strike one. First inning going a bit long, 23 pitches to this point. That one finds the zone, and that is strike two.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball. That's a ball. Count full.
Two down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back now in Toronto. Second inning set to go. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Will Smith.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
This one driven deep center field, on its way, home run. He'll take a trot around the bases, and we are all tied up. It's 2-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Julio Rodriguez up now for the Tigers. That one missed. Rodriguez, 24 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Next pitch is outside. Reagans. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And a curve misses outside. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here's Riley Green. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And a changeup clips the zone for a strike.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And delivers outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Just misses with that one.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance, works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with one gone. Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Whoa. 2-1.
Green at first, one gone. Step off throw to first. Green dives back in safely. The 2-1. Line drive caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Edman batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
And ball one. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We are tied 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Eovaldi back to work. Out front with the swing, and that is strike one. This one smacked out to left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second, and he's there with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. A chance now to take the lead. And at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
No outs. Runner on second.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. And they're at the corners with nobody out. And he's going to get to second with nobody out. Cal Raleigh next up for the Blue Jays.
They can take the lead in a variety of ways. So this comes down to the batter's ability to stay in control and wait for a good pitch to do something with.
Called strike right there. Action in the pen down there. Lucas Erceg getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Brisky also throwing. And a strike on the outside edge.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Next pitch downstairs. And the count 1-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. That one is absolutely belted. One runs in, and it's off the top of the wall. In comes the run for second, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
One out, runner at second. Bobby Witt Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Banks off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That'll be it for Nathan Eovaldi, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. New pitcher for the Tigers, Johnny Brebbia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Man at second with one away. Now the number 2 hitter, Bryson Stott. Now a check on him at second, back safely. And there's a strike. Man at second. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, 1 out. And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ground ball left side. Off balance feed, there's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We played 2 full. It's the Blue Jays 5, Tigers 2. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Juan Soto. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Sandlin getting loose as well. The 0-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And he chases that one. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
We'll take a look at the sequence on that 3-pitch strikeout. Led it off with a couple of fastballs up in the zone, kind of challenging him to catch up. And that really opened up the bottom part of the strike zone, because as a hitter, you're still thinking he might climb the ladder on you even more. Pretty much didn't stand a chance on that good changeup.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. And that one misses up and in.
1 ball.
1-0. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
1 out, runner at second. Freddie Freeman now at the plate. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Olson leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Next offering is down low, and it's 2-0. And there's a ball.
3-0.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
And there's the automatic. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Fly to left his first time. That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
2 outs with a runner at third. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike. That one 95 to finish him off. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Blue Jays 5, Tigers 2. As we go to the last of the third, here's Mike Trout. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. That's way outside. And that is ball 1. Fastball is outside.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, That slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, third baseman, Francisco.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That's in there. And that's strike one.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
Center field. Rodriguez settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Teoscar.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Squirts away a little bit. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Left field, Green. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki next up for the Blue Jays. In for a strike. Good slider. Missed with a changeup, and the count even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's towards center. Rodriguez settles under it, squeezes it, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto. They're still out in front, 5-2. On to the 4th. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Will Smith. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Breaking ball inside. And it's 1-1. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Pitch misses. 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That one not close. 3-2 now. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Fires over to Guerrero. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Raleigh down to first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Green takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That one ripped. And foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. What a stop. To first. In time. Got him. And that'll do it.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
Tyler Holton takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in there. Strike 1. Holton, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
The 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Nimmo stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
2 outs. Right side. Throws to first. 3rd out. Down in order go the Blue Jays. And it remains 5-2. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jeff Hoffman.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
McKinstry in the box now. No balls and a strike.
1 strike. That's the ball. 1-1.
1-1 now. Line to left, and it goes just foul. Swings and misses, struck him out.
So there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Edman in the box again, takes a strike. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Nimmo pulls that one down, 2 away. So, last chance for the Tigers. And up next for Detroit, Juan Soto. 0 for 2 in this one. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
The bat, the designated hitter, Matt.
Here is Matt Olson. He's already homered here in this one. That's in there. Strike 1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that is the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.